Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. In this week's video, we are going to go over everything. Well, almost everything our family did in between. You know, all the little things that didn't make it into the first two videos. Hi, my name is Sonia. I'm a homeschooling, homesteading, spirit-filled, Torah-keeping mother of 10, and you are watching IHN Homestead. Colossians 3:23 states, "And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord, and not unto men." This past month, well, kind of April, now into May, has been nothing but rain in our area. Everything is wet, and everything is a mess. But on this day, we got a break from all that rain, so I decided it was time to get the front porch all cleaned and swept off. I enjoyed being outside in the sunshine, and it felt so good. I've got my two little helpers here with me now. These girls legitly follow me wherever I go and want to do whatever I am doing. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verses 14 through 15 says, "And Adam was not deceived, but the woman, being deceived, was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and in charity and holiness with sobriety." My children mean the world to me. Though imperfect as I am, I strive to be the best mother I can. I've been given a huge ministry from the Lord, and that ministry is to raise these children, and I feel so honored that He chose me for this task. Though there are many times in which I need so much quiet just in order to rest my mind and regain strength, I couldn't imagine my life without all these little and big blessings right beside me.
When I start throwing, this snake started throwing away, one away. I got this one, then and I walked back and I saw this one.
Something that I enjoy about this time of year, especially as a homeschooling mom, is that my children have the opportunity to explore God's creation all around them. I find it so fun as my son Adam tells me all about the snakes he has found and caught in our yard. And what's even better is how my 2-year-old is unafraid of them, but instead she's absolutely fascinated by them. Don't put it in your mouth. Ew.
Yeah.
Is that a nice snake?
Yeah, but no.
What are you going to do with it?
Let's over. Oh, no.
Oh.
No.
There it goes. You got it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you like snakes?
Yes.
Do you know who made the snakes? Who made that snake?
For dinner.
No. We can't make snakes for dinner. Did God make the snake?
Yeah.
Yeah, He did, didn't He? Psalms 104:14 states, "He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle, and herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth." I have always wanted an herb garden. I love watching things grow. What's even better is being able to harvest all the herbs, process them for winter storage, and enjoy them all throughout the winter months. There is just something so beautiful about being able to enjoy the fruit of your labor. This tiered system that you see us working in was done last year by my husband and two of my older boys, Patrick and Jacob. This year, however, is my first year being able to plant in it, and I am so very excited. And what you're going to be watching is as we transplant some of the herbs that I had planted in these round areas here. They just weren't getting enough sunlight, so I'm taking them and we're going to put them over in the tiered system to get it started.
yesterday was I had some sage and basil, I had some lemon balm, and I even had a small plant of comfrey. And I had them in a section in my yard where during late spring and early summer, when the trees are in bud, all the leaves are coming on, it was just too shady for those plants. Like I said, my boys did this for me last year. My husband works construction and we always have tons of concrete. And so this is what they built for me. And so what we did at the very top tier, we planted both of our lemon balms that I had, giving them a little bit more space so that they could grow and multiply. And then in the corner over here, I planted both my sages and both my basils. And then over here, the little guy over there, that is my comfrey. And that's what I have to get started for my herb garden. I'm hoping at the end of this month or early May to hit up some greenhouses. I would love to get some chamomile and a few other things that I can use in my home.
You know, as time goes by, you forget things. Well, that's what I did here. I had received a package and I couldn't think of what I ordered. I had forgotten that earlier in the year I had ordered some, I think it was echinacea plants from a company called Bluestone Perennials. I know nothing about this company as it's my first time purchasing from them, but I can tell you I was very impressed and well pleased with my purchase. That is really neat, you guys. So this is from Bluestone Perennials. The packaging was spectacular. I've never done business with these guys before. This is my first time. And these are echinaceas for my herb garden. And look how healthy these plants look. They look absolutely phenomenal. Okay, my next one that I got is right here. We'll go ahead and pop these sides up. We'll lay this down. Hope you guys can, I hope I'm doing a good job. You guys can see this. Hang on, sweetheart. And these ones are more echinacea, but I think I got two different colors. So this one is white echinacea, and this one is purple. Oh, this is gonna look so beautiful. My daughter Mary and I went to a local farm store, and while there, we decided to look and see if they had any herbs in their greenhouse. Well, they did. Some of them were a little sad looking, so I decided to take them home and see if I couldn't bring them back to life. But we purchased a few to add to our garden. I believe we got some lavender. I know we got a lemongrass, some cilantro, chocolate mint, and dill. There's a couple more, but I can't remember them all at this point in time. So right now we are going to distribute them throughout the herb garden in hopes that we can create something beautiful and have all these lovely herbs to be gathering here in the summer and fall time. And I'm really excited. And I have all my little helpers out here with me. You'll see Mary and Adam. I think you'll see Peter, Emily, and Rebecca. And we're just enjoying again a break in the rain and some beautiful weather and working together as a family. Galatians 6, verse 2 states, "Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ." Something that I've always believed in is working together as a family. So whether you are a large family or a small family, working together is a great thing. Working together to accomplish tasks is a great thing. and it makes things go so much smoother, and there's a lot more joy that you find in it as well. I feel as though I'd be doing a great injustice to my children if I did all this work by myself and just made them sit and watch. Children love to learn. They love getting dirty, and even my children feel a sense of pride and accomplishment when they also see the fruit of their labor sitting on the shelves in the pantry, knowing that they had their hand in it, and knowing that come winter, we'll get to eat what they also got to partake in. Something new the children and I want to try this year is dandelion jelly. Yep, that's right, dandelion jelly. Now, as a side note, my children already will pick dandelions and eat them as is. It's one of their favorite things to do. They get so excited when the dandelions come out and they go out and they can pick them and eat them. And what's even better is they think it's funny when people go, ew. So here are the children out picking dandelions. They're having a really good time trying to see who can pick the most. And we're going to try it. We're going to try and make some dandelion jelly. And this is what they got. Yay! Something fun that we did this week is we went to Sauter's Village. For years, my mom and her mom would go to a quilt show. It was every, I think, April 30th through May 3rd. They would do an annual quilt show, and it was always over my grandma's birthday. But my grandma passed away a few years ago, and I don't know if my mom has really kept going every year like she used to. So this year, I asked my mom, hey, why don't we go to the quilt show? And I'm hoping to make it a yearly tradition now with my mom and myself and maybe a couple of the kids every year going to this quilt show. And you guys, this quilt show, these quilts are just beautiful. I mean, look at that flower. Oh my goodness, all the detail and the work that went into creating that is beautiful. This quilt right here is the one that Mary voted on. That one was her favorite. But as we walked through the quilt show, it was just so neat seeing what everybody came up with and their different ideas. That's the one that my mom and I voted on. We both like that one. I had to add this in just for fun. We were having pancakes and eggs for dinner, and I decided, why not make some whipped cream to go on top of our pancakes? And my son Jacob was right on it. He's like, yes. So he is making some whipped cream. He's separating the cream from the milk, adding some vanilla, and then he's going to add some sugar. And then the little stinker decided to take a mouthful of sugar while he was at it, just to pick on mommy because he knows how much I don't like it. But he's going to take this little concoction, there he goes, and he's going to whip it all together. And we are going to have some lovely, lovely whipped cream with our pancakes and eggs for dinner this night. And you know what? The kids thought it was an amazing treat because it's not something that we do very often. But it's so easy, you guys. It's just cream, vanilla, and sugar. And you whip it up just like you see here until it gets nice and thick. And then what we did is we just set it in the refrigerator until we were ready to have it for dinner. Exodus chapter 16, starting at verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today, and seethe that ye will seethe, and that which remaineth over lay up for you to be kept until the morning. And they laid it up till the morning, as Moses bade, and it did not stink, neither was there any worm therein. And Moses said, Eat that today, for today is a Sabbath unto the Lord. Today ye shall not find it in the field. 6 days ye shall gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none. And again in Exodus chapter 20, starting at verse 8, it says, Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gate. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. So this is something that our family does, is on the 6th day, we start cooking, we start baking, and we usually just make double of everything that we do. That way we have enough for the Sabbath. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. The Sabbath is a beautiful day for our family. Our whole family gets to rest. My husband does not go to work on the Sabbath day. We all rest together and enjoy the day together. And you saw earlier all the kids around the counter with me. We were chopping up a bunch of vegetables, and we were going to make an oven roast of potatoes and carrots and different vegetables. And now you are watching Mary. She is going to make some dinner rolls, and she's going to help me also, I think, make some muffins as well. This little girl, I tell you what, she loves to bake. And I promise you, she loves being outside too. One of her favorite things to do is climb trees, and she also loves to ride her bike. But when she's able, she loves to come inside, and she loves to cook and bake with Mommy. Something that Mary and I are both learning is that not every recipe is compatible with fresh milled flour. So a lot of times we have to add more of the fresh milled flour to our recipes because they usually always come out a little too wet. And so I had to help her a little bit to get the consistency right for these dinner rolls. But once we got it, it was good to go, and Mary got back at it, and she started rolling up the dinner rolls and getting them ready for rising for in the oven. Well, everyone, that is it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed your time with my family. Colossians 3:23 states, And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as unto the Lord, and not unto men. Do it in his name.